Yeah, we'll have a discussion about it, guys, in the end, Sneha. Okay. So let me quickly start the recording. So in today's session, we are going to discuss about a service level agreements. First of all, you need to understand what is the service level agreements are actually. Okay. Well, there are, see, definitely in the companies there will be two companies. So first of all, let me explain you two things. It is not about companies; it is about businesses. So there are two types of businesses. One is actually product-based business and service-based business. Those who have product, those who have product, they are actually product-based company. Those who have service, those are actually called a service-based company. So let me give you one example. Let me give you one example. So you have a manufacturing company. You have a manufacturing company. So let us say car manufacturing company. Car is a product. Okay. So that's a product based business, product based company. Let us say um, here, let us take another company example. TV repair company. So there will be shops who repair the TVs and all. So they don't have any product. They will actually repair the product. They will provide the services. They will provide the services. So that is why they are actually called service based companies. So likewise in the IT also there are some product based companies, there are some service based companies. So like TCS, Wipro, Cognizant, IBM, HCL, Cognizant, Capgemini, and no Infosys. All these are actually service based companies. TCS, HCL, Infosys, Cognizant, Capgemini, IBM, Hexaware. All these are actually service based companies, guys. Remember this point. So they don't have any products. Okay, they don't have any products. They are actually service providers. So what they does, service based companies will get some work from the product based companies. Okay. Some product based companies, what they does, they will actually give some work to service based companies. So Microsoft is a product based company. Microsoft is a product based company. So Microsoft is a very big organization. It has lot of work to complete. Okay, it has lot of work to complete. So what Microsoft does is that Microsoft company will not hire employees. So that small piece of work they will give it to service-based companies. So Microsoft company will give some piece of work to TCS company. So they will have some bidding and all. They'll have some bidding. So based on that, Microsoft company will give some work to TCS or Wipro or Cognizant or Capgemini. They will actually give that piece of work to some service based company. Service based company will hire us, like TCS hire us. So similarly TCS company will hire us. So they will actually improve our skills, maybe as a fresher. As a fresher they will hire us. They will actually help us to improving our skills. They will keep us in that Microsoft project. They'll make us to complete the Microsoft project. That is what this TCS company people does. Do you understand the difference between service based company and product based company, guys? Hmm? So TCS is a service based company. Okay. Wipro, Cognizant, Capgemini, Hexaware, Microland. All these are actually normal companies, service based companies. Microsoft, LinkedIn. So Microsoft, LinkedIn, Facebook, Google. So they have their own products. So Gmail is actually their Google product. Facebook is their own product. Microsoft has their own product. MS Office is actually a Microsoft product. You take LinkedIn. LinkedIn has their own product. Okay. So likewise, every organizations who is having product is actually a product based company. So product based companies has a lot of work to complete. So they will not actually they will hire only extraordinary talented people. They'll not hire they'll not they will not hire randomly, and they will not hire too many people. Okay. So I already taught SLA topic for you. Okay. So here we have some people who did not actually get SLA. Okay. We'll complete it. So then what happens is that the service based companies um, will get some work from product based companies. The service based companies will get work from product based companies, and here the service based companies will hire us, and they will actually help us to enhance our skills, and using our skills will complete a Microsoft company's work. So that is what will happen in the IT organization, service based IT organizations. So when this product based company is giving some work to service based company, there will be some guidelines. When product based company is giving some work to service based company, there will be some agreements. Those are actually called as service level agreements. So when an organization is giving some work to another organization to complete, so there will be some agreements. Those are actually called as service level agreements. Okay. Suppose let me give you one example here. I have worked for a client called Deutsche Bank. I have worked for a client called Deutsche Bank. Deutsche Bank is a bank. Okay. Deutsche Bank is a bank in the Germany. Okay. In the Germany, Deutsche Bank is a bank, right? They have their own products. Okay. They have their own product. So then Deutsche Bank is a product-based company. So what has happened? Deutsche Bank has given some work to HCL company. So I was actually working for HCL. Okay. I was actually working for HCL. Yeah, guys, please, if you want to, some people who are here, they are actually, uh, they did not actually learn this session. So this topic is already covered, right? Those who are actually interested to listen again, I would request you to continue. If you if you understand that you know this topic very well, you can drop, guys. Okay. Anil, if you understand that if your topic you are familiar with this topic and you want to continue learning this, then fine. Okay. And if you have any emergency work, and if you want to look after any other things, then you can drop. Okay. So here Dasha Bank is a product based company, and it has given some work to HCL company. I was actually working for HCL company. So what HCL company has done? HCL company has hired me as a fresher, and then they have actually helped us to improve my knowledge, and then they gave me KT on ServiceNow, and then I was actually asked to work for Dash Bank client. Okay. So here when Dash Bank has given that work to HCL company, there will be an agreement between Dash Bank and HCL. Those are called service level agreements. Those are called service level agreements. Okay. So when I was actually there is an organization called General Electrical, GE, General Electrical. So that's a product based company. that company has given some work to Hexaware company. That company has given some work to Hexaware company. Hexaware company has hired me, and then they asked me to complete General Electrical company's work. Okay. So then there will be an agreement between General Electricals and Hexaware company. Those are called service level agreements. So whenever a company is giving some work to service-based company, there will be an agreement that is called a service level agreement. So now let us go back to Deutsche Bank. Deutsche Bank is actually a bank in the Germany. They use ServiceNow. They use ServiceNow. They have purchased a ServiceNow product from ServiceNow company. So uh, what they wanted us, they have actually come to HCL company. Deutsche Bank company has come to HCL company. Okay. So we are using ServiceNow product. We are using ServiceNow product. So all our employees, Deutsche Bank company software employees are using ServiceNow. If they have any issues, you have to solve them. So that means Deutsche Bank is using ServiceNow, and so in the Deutsche Bank company employees, see, Deutsche Bank employees are different. Deutsche Bank software employees are different. Here, Deutsche Bank software employees are using ServiceNow. If they get any issues, when they are working on ServiceNow, they will contact HCL team. They will contact HCL team. So HCL team should help Deutsche Bank employees. So what is the work that Deutsche Bank has given to HCL employees? You understand, guys? Everyone? What is the work that Deutsche Bank has given to HCL company employees? You are able to understand or not? Everyone. So Deutsche Bank has ServiceNow product. They are using ServiceNow. So Deutsche Bank has given a piece of work to HCL company. So whenever an employee face any issue in the ServiceNow, HCL team help them to HCL team should help them to solve the issues. HCL team should help Deutsche Bank employees to solve their issues. So that is where that is what the work that is given to HCL company. So Deutsche Bank has given this work to HCL company. Okay, that is fine. So when actually Deutsche Bank is giving some work to HCL company, they have an agreement called service level agreement. So what is written in this agreement? What is written in those agreements? So here, when Deutsche Bank employee contact HCL employee for any service no issue, HCL employee should respond within 15 minutes. When Deutsche Bank employee contact HCL employee for service no related issues, HCL employee should respond within 15 minutes. So that is what the agreement. Okay. So when Deutsche Bank employee contact HCL employee has to provide resolution in 1 day. Okay. So that means there are two SLAs. One is response SLA and another one is actually resolution SLA. So response service level agreement, resolution service level agreement. So here what happens when Deutsche Bank employee has any service now related issue, first he will contact HCL employee, and when that employee contacted HCL employee has to respond to him within 15 minutes. That is called a response SLA. If HCL employee is not able to respond within 15 minutes to the Deutsche Bank employee, that is actually a service level agreement breach. breach in the sense HCL is not following the service level agreements. So, okay, so that is actually response. So when I message you, when I message you, you did not actually see that message, you did not reply that message. That means you did not respond to it. When I called you, you did not pick up my call and you did not call me back. That is not actually that means you did not respond. When I called you, you picked my phone means you responded it. So similarly, when Dash Bank employee try to contact HCL employee, HCL employee should respond to him within 15 minutes. If HCL employee is responding within 15 minutes, that means HCL company is providing the service properly. If when Dash Bank company employee has contacted to Dash Bank employee contacted to HCL employee means, so then HCL employee also replied to him immediately. So then HCL employee has responded properly. Okay, fine. So here you responded properly. That is fine. After response, you have to solve the Dash Bank employee service related issue, right? So as you have to solve Dash Bank employee service related issue, so you will take some time. Okay. So within one day, you have to provide resolution to Dash Bank employee. That is called a resolution SLA. Okay. Do you understand the difference between response SLA and resolution SLA, guys? Hmm? Okay. So these SLAs, how to create these SLAs and all, we will now how to create the SLAs and all, we will now understand. Okay. So SLAs can only be created on task-based tables. Task-based tables. You can't create SLA on the tables which are not extending task table. So let us take a finance case table. So finance case table is not extending task table. So finance case table is not extending task table. Shipping case table is not extending task table. Okay. Shipping case table is not extending task table. And here, um, so user table is also not extending task table. Is user table extending task table, guys? No. Group table is not extending task table. So which tables are extending task table? So incident table is extending task table. Problem table is extending task table. Change request table is extending task table. Incident task, problem task, change task, request item. So all these tables are actually extending task tables. So all these tables are actually extending task tables. So the tables which are extending task table, the tables which are extending task table, on those table we can actually create a SLAs. The knowledge table is not extending task table, guys. Knowledge table is not extending task table. So we can't create a SLA on the knowledge table. Okay. So let me navigate to the tables. You can see there are 46 tables which are extending task table. Okay, so this is a new instance, guys. So knowledge table is not extending task table. Okay, knowledge table is not extending task table. You take incident. So incident table is extending task table. So problem table is extending task table. So change request table is extending task table. So that is why we can create only the tables which are extending task tables. Okay, I am going to create a SLA definition. So type SLA definition here. Okay. So what I am doing is I am taking mm, the SLAs which are on the incident table. Okay, now I am actually creating a new SLA definition on the incident table. I am creating a new SLA definition on the incident table. So incident response, incident response SLA. Well, here I am selecting type of SLA, type here as SLA. Okay, we have SLA, OLA, and underpinning contract. SLA means service level agreements. OLA means operational operational level agreement. Okay, operations level agreement. So underpinning contract. So here the difference between SLA and OLA is that SLA is an agreement between the product based company and service based company. So in other words, we can say that the agreement between client and um, vendor, the agreement between client and vendor is actually a SLA. Guys, remember the agreement between client and vendor is actually called SLA. Okay, SLA stands for service level agreement. Well, what is OLA here? OLA stands for operational level agreement. So what is this operational level agreement? So here, here within the organization, let us take a product-based company. So within the organization, within the organization, so here it is not actually going to contact service-based companies. Product-based company itself. In the product-based company only, there will be different teams. The agreement between different teams is actually a OLA. Okay, now I'll show you. So the SLA is an agreement between customer and the service provider. Customer means here, so customer client both are same. So customer client, okay. So here the SLA is an agreement between customer and the service provider. OLA is actually an agreement between a teams and a service provider. So here an agreement between within the organization is actually a OLA, guys. It is here. It is not clearly mentioned here. Okay. So an agreement within the organization between two teams is actually a OLA. Okay. Service level managers are responsible for set of agreements between a service provider and a customer and define the scope, quality and speed of services being provided. Service level agreements provide the customers with a expectation of service within the time scale and the ability to monitor the service levels are not being met. SLA definitions. Operational level agreement. Agreements that are widely used in the information technology sector. Well, the name itself shows there are different in their characteristics. When taking into two OLA refers the operational level agreements, SLA refers to service level agreement. SLA focuses on the service part of agreement like uptime of services and performance. On the other hand, OLA maintenance and other services. Service level agreement is basically contract between service provider and customer. This ensures all the customer equipment will be maintained. Internal support group. You can see when talking about OLA, it's it's an agreement between internal support groups of institution. Okay. So it is an agreement between the internal support groups of an institution that supports SLA. Okay. That supports SLA. According to the operational level agreements, each internal support group has their certain responsibilities to the other group. Okay. So the OLA clearly depicts the performance and relationship of the internal service groups. The main objective of SLA is to ensure all the support groups provide the intended service level agreement. So within the organization, it is clearly mentioned here. When we talk about OLA, it is an agreement between internal support group and the institution support group of an institution that supports SLA. Okay. So according to the operational level agreement, each internal support group has certain responsibility to other group. So that means here every team has to work each other. If I contact some other team, they have to respond to me properly. They have to provide me the resolution properly. So to make the teams within the organization work properly, to make the teams work properly within the organization, we will use OLAs in the organization. Okay. So when it comes to the underpinning contract, okay. So an agreement between customer and service provider. Company is taking desktop from third party to fulfill their service to the client. So they gave an example as well here. So company is taking a desktop from third party to fulfill their service to the client. So there is an agreement between. So SLA, yeah, Ravi Kumar, you're right. So SLA is an between customer and service provider, and OLA is an internal agreement between internal teams or workers of the same organization. So underpinning contract is an agreement between vendor and service provider. So here I am actually thinking to give you a better example so that you will be able to understand better. Okay. So the clear example is that here, um, okay, fine. You are actually getting work from product-based companies to service-based company. Like Deutsche Bank has given some work to HCL company, right? So here, Deutsche Bank has given some work to HCL company. So Deutsche Bank is actually a customer here. Okay. So HCL is actually a service provider. Okay. Difference between agreement between customer and the service provider is actually a service level agreement. So in the Deutsche Bank itself, there are some teams. If there should be an agreement between these teams, means they will go for OLA. Okay. So if Deutsche Bank want any product to fulfill their needs, okay. So Deutsche Bank will have an agreement between um, any desktop company or laptop company to fulfill their needs. Okay. To fulfill their needs, so they want some desktops, they want some laptops, they want some services. Okay, they want some services. So they will have an agreement between these laptop companies and desktop companies to maintain them properly. So that comes under underpinning contract. Okay, underpinning contract. So did I help you to understand this underpinning contract, guys? Okay. So here underpinning contract means, let us say, Ravi, you have a company, you have a company, and that's a product based company. That's a product based company. And you want to give some work to some service based company. Okay. So then when you give some work to service based company, and you will have an agreement that is called service level agreement. Okay. And you have some teams in the organization. You have some teams in the organization, and you want to keep some agreements within your organization. Those are actually called operation level agreements. Okay. Okay. So here comes the underpinning contract. So here what you do, as a company, you don't own anything. You don't own your own building. You don't own your own chairs, own desktops, you don't have any own laptop, own desktop, own chairs, and own building. Okay, you understand my point? So what you will do? you will actually um, get the laptops for rent on rental basis. Okay, on rental basis. So you will get the workspace on rental basis. Per chair, this much for chair, this much amount I will pay. Okay. So they will have an agreement. They will have an agreement between company and the what do we say, the vendor. So the vendor. So then if they have an agreement between company and the vendor, that is actually called underpinning contract. Underpinning contract. Okay. So here, whatever, it can be any type of SLA. So all works in same way. There is no difference. So you need to just understand the difference between SLA, OLA, and underpinning contract. But when we are creating an SLA, even if you select OLA, it works the same way. Even if you select OLA or underpinning contract, it works the same way. There is no difference. Okay. So when you are actually selecting the SLA, when you are creating the SLA, you can select any of these. It works the same way. But you to differentiate it, we will select this. This is SLA or OLA or underpinning contract. So I am selecting here as SLA. So in the SLAs, we have two types of SLAs. One is actually response SLA, another one is actually a resolution SLA. Okay, first one is actually we have response SLA and resolution SLA. Do you understand the difference between response and resolution? Do you understand the difference between response SLA and resolution SLA, guys? So response means, let us say I want my iPhone to be repaired. I will go to iStore. Okay, electronics. I'll go to iStore. So when I go there, that iStore people has not actually responded to me. They are not actually talking to me. They are not actually asking me what is my concern and all. So that means they are not responding me properly. Okay, when I went to electronics and then they responded me properly, and then they took my iPhone and then they told that you come after 2 days so that I can give you the phone after fixing it. So here after 2 days I went there and then they did not fix it. So that means they, do you think they did provide okay? So do you think they did provide any um, proper resolution? So they first promised that they will close it in they will close it in they will resolve it in 2 days. Do you think they did close it in 2 days? Hmm? Yes. Response is like acknowledgement. Resolution means providing the solution. Very good, Anil. Okay. So then you will select if it is a response SLA, you will select response here. Okay. So first of all, you have to select. When you are selecting a table, I'm selecting user table. Am I able to see user table here? Because I'm not able to see, it is not actually extending task table. So I am typing incident here. So as incident and incident task both are extending task table, I am able to select both the tables here. Okay. So here duration I am actually giving 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Okay. So SLA definition, I am selecting no schedule. No schedule means 24/7. Every day it will work. 24/7 it will work. SLA you have start condition, pass condition, stop condition, and reset condition. So here what I am doing is start condition is, so state is new, and assignment group is not empty. Assignment group is not empty. This is the start condition. Okay, when do you want to cancel? So cancel conditions are met when state is cancelled. The state is cancelled. I want to cancel this SLA. So for this one, I don't want to keep any pass condition. For response SLA, I don't want to keep any pass condition. So I want to keep the stop condition. So when the assigned to is not empty, okay. So that means when the assigned to is not empty, the SLA will be stopped. The service level agreement will be stopped. So I'm not keeping any reset condition here, guys. I'm not keeping any reset condition here. I have just created one SLA. That is actually a response SLA. So now I am creating an incident. Go to incident. Okay. State is new. I'm sending it to some group. So now you can see I created an incident where state is new and assignment group is not empty. Assignment group is not empty. You can see incident response SLA is attached. So 15 minutes. Within this 15 minutes of time, within the 15 minutes, if you assign it to someone, so within 15 minutes, if you assign it to someone, if this incident is assigned to someone, so when do you create an incident? When there is a sudden interruption in the service, you will create an incident. So that incident will be, that incident will go to respective team. Okay. So once it is assigned to the team, someone from the team should respond to it. So how they can respond? So if the incident is assigned to someone, that means they responded it properly. Okay. So if someone is actually assigned on his name, so this incident is assigned on his name. So that means this incident is responded properly. So now you can see you are able to assign this incident within 15 minutes. As you are able to assign this incident within 15 minutes, you are able to see this in green color. Okay. Suppose if it is not assigned within 15 minutes, you will see this in red color. Okay. You will see this in red color. And also there you will be able to see has breached option. Okay. This will become true. If you are not able to assign this incident to someone within 15 minutes, this will become true. So manager will take a report on this particular table. So here SLA, there is a table called task SLA. So on this table, manager can actually take a report. So he can take a report and he can see that, no, he can understand that these many incidents were actually breached. Something like that, they can actually take a report. Management can easily understand that. So, so these people actually did not respond to the incidents properly. Something like that, management will get to know. Okay. Suppose start condition. What is the start condition? When state is new, assignment group is not empty, the SLA will be attached. Once the incident is assigned to someone, the SLA will be stopped. So that is what the SLA that we created, right? Where is this? Yeah. The start condition is where state is new and assignment group is not empty, and cancel condition is when the state is cancelled, and stop condition is when the assigned to is not empty. I'm going to create a one more incident. Okay, now the SLA will be attached. Okay, so now I am canceling this incident. Once I cancel this incident, the SLA also will be cancelled because we set the cancel condition, right? So we set the cancel condition as when the state is set as cancelled, the SLA should be cancelled is what we have to hear. When the state is cancelled, the SLA should be cancelled. Okay. So now you see the SLA is attached 14 minutes. Within 15 minutes, if this is assigned to someone, that means you responded to this incident properly on time. SLA will be checking everything. Okay. So now you assign it within 15 minutes, right? That means you SLA is completed. So in the 17 seconds, you are able to assign this incident to someone. That means you acknowledge this incident within 17 seconds. Okay. Okay. This is actually about response SLA. Now I am going to create a resolution SLA. Okay. Resolution SLA. So resolution SLA will be like a 1 day. Okay. Resolution SLA will be like a 1 day. When the state is in progress, assigned to is not empty. Assigned to is not empty. So pass condition I am keeping here. Pass condition when state is on hold. When the state is on hold, I want to keep a pass. Okay. So when do you want to resume? When do you want to resume the pass condition? Okay. So where state is one of in progress. Okay. Only when it is in the in progress state, you can resume it. Okay. Stop condition. When the state changes to assign resolved. When the state changes to resolved, you can actually stop the condition. When do you want to reset it? When assignment group changes, So every time when the assignment group changes, okay, I want you to reset this SLA. Cancel the existing SLA and reset the SLA. So what is the start condition? When the state is in progress and assigned to is not empty. When the state is cancelled, it will be cancelled. What is the past condition? When the state is on hold. So when to start calculation again? When the state is again in progress. And when to stop the SLA? When the state is resolved. When to reset it? When the assignment group changes. So now what I am doing is I am actually creating a resolution SLA now. Resolution SLA now. So now I am actually creating a new SLA. First of all, whenever I create a record, first the resolution SLA will be attached. Sorry, response SLA will be attached. Now the response SLA is attached. So once it is assigned to someone, so then SLA will be completed and new SLA will be attached. When the state is in progress and it is assigned to is not empty, a new resolution SLA is attached here. This is actually 24 hours time. So here now the SLA is in the in progress state. Okay, if I keep it in the on hold, state, if I keep it in the on hold state, the SLA will be passed. SLA will not actually calculated. Once again I move it back to in progress. If I again move it back to in progress, again the SLA will start calculating it. Now you can see again the SLA starts calculating it. So if I change the assignment group, okay, I'm changing the assignment group to someone. New SLA will be attached, guys. Existing SLA will be cancelled. New SLA will be attached. It's still running. When the assignment group changes, if I assign it to some other person, now we will see if any new SLA attached. The cancel condition did not work properly. Just using repair SLAs. When the assignment group changes, mm, Okay. Now the response SLA is attached. If I send it to someone, response SLA will be completed. Now you can see the resolution is SLA is attached. Okay. So if I keep it in on hold state, the SLA will be passed. The SLA will be passed. Okay. If I again move it back to in progress, again SLA will stop calculating it. Okay, SLA again started calculating it. So in the meantime, if I change the assignment group, if I change the assignment group, okay, as soon as I change the assignment group, the existing SLA should be cancelled. New SLA should be attached. Now the existing SLA is cancelled. New SLA is attached here. You can see the existing SLA is cancelled and new SLA is attached. The new SLA attached, okay, from the beginning, guys. If you see, 45 minutes already left. 45 seconds already left. It has begun from 0 seconds. Okay, let me refresh it. So now it is saying 31 seconds. Now it is saying 31 seconds. So whatever is already passed, whatever the time is already passed, 45 seconds already passed here. So this time is not calculated. See, let me just show you one more thing. Let me just change the assignment group here. So I am changing it to hardware. As soon as I change the group here, the existing SLA will be cancelled and new SLA is attached here. The new SLA attached from the beginning, from 0. So that means these 45 seconds, these 45 seconds, these 13 seconds should be calculated also. These 45 seconds and 30 seconds, that means almost 1 minute. So this 1 minute also should be calculated. This 1 minute also should be calculated. So in that case, what we have to do is in the SLA, there is a checkbox called retroactive start checkbox. Retroactive start checkbox should be done on the created time onwards. Okay. So then what happens? Now I am going to change the assignment group now. Again, the assignment group, I am changing it to software. Once I change it to software, I change the assignment group, right? So whatever the time is already spent, whatever the time is already spent, from that time, so you can see it is telling 3 minutes already completed. So 3 minutes already completed. So that is from the creator time onwards, 3 minutes already completed. You're getting my point? So here, once new SLA is attached, it is actually calculating from 0. It is calculating from 0. Instead of calculating it from 0, if you want to start calculating it from, if you want to start calculating it from the time the record is created onwards, so then you will use retroactive start checkbox. This retroactive start checkbox means whatever the time that is already spent on the record before changing it to this particular group, that time also will be calculated using retroactive start. Okay. So you are clear, right, guys? Everyone, what is this SLA and all? Guys, any questions from anyone? I have unmuted you. You guys can ask your questions.
Sir, if we cancel the existing SLA and again that SLA is getting assigned, so the task number or incident number will be same?
Yes, task number or incident number will be same. So do you understand the purpose of SLAs, right? Hmm?
Yes, Uday.
Yeah. So whenever a task is assigned, you have to respond to the task immediately. You have to provide the resolution on time. So if you haven't provided the resolution on time, what happens is that here in the SLA, you can see there is a flow here. There is a flow. This flow will be notifying you. So on this particular task, you have spent 50% of the time, 25% of the time, 70% of the time, 90% of the time, and 100% of the time is completed. Manager will be receiving an email. Manager will be receiving an email. Let us say a resolution SLA is 1 day. So once 8 hours is completed, it will be sending an email. 20%, 25% of the time is completed on this particular task. So once 12 hours is completed, so it will be sending an email. It will be sending an email saying like 50% of the SLA is completed. And once 16 hours are completed, it will be sending an email that 75% of the time is completed. Once 22 hours are completed, 90% of the time is completed. So once 24 hours is completed, manager will be receiving an email. So your manager will come to know that you haven't provided the resolution on time, and manager will actually consider this in your next appraisal. Okay, you are clear, right? Do you understand the difference between response SLA and resolution SLA?
Yeah, for this one, sending the mail, are we need to configure anything, Uday? Just now you said, right, with mail sent to the SN group or something you mentioned, right?
So for that, we have to create a flow designer. This is a flow designer.
Okay.
So in this flow designer, you have to attach that email notification. We have to create one email notification. You have to call that email notification in the flow designer.
Okay.
Okay. So this flow designer will be sending you reminder emails for every incident. Let us say you have been attached an incident. So you have been assigned an incident. So let us say Ravi Kumar, let us say Priya, let us say Anusha. So everybody is actually assigned different incidents, right? So on every incident there will be SLAs. For every incident record there will be a different SLA. Okay. So if you have spent 50% of the time, so from your incident, a notification will be sent out that okay. So Anil has spent 50% of the time on this particular task. You have only 50% time remaining. Something like that. It will be reminding you.
So can you once again explain schedule source?
Yeah, schedule source that I'll be explaining when we are discussing metrics topic. So did I
Oh,
cover metrics topic in our previous sessions, guys? Schedules I didn't cover in our previous sessions, right? Yeah, I'll be explaining that in tomorrow session. Okay. Okay, guys. I'll see you there in tomorrow session.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you.